2023-24 season. My name's Dom Rosito. It's a pleasure to be back here on the official YouTube channel for Football New South Wales. Both sides are preparing to come out onto the field, so let's run through those two sides for you right now before we get the games underway here. Starting off with the away side, Holly Williams is in jersey number 2, Kaya Buchanan is in 3, Emily Cos is 5, and number 8, it's Natalie Kasha. 10 is Claire Holder, 15, Rosaria Galea, 17 is Olivia Sloan, 19 and captain is Lena Karmas, 23 is Tiana Flavin, 30 is Rukeya Al-Farajer, and 88 is Renee Kristonoska in goals. On the bench you have Laura Tredenik, the backup goalkeeper Peyton Cry is 4, 6 is Holly Pender, 14 is Holly Darimple, 18 is Wendy Gow, and 24 is Jessica Robson. The coaching staff, of course, well acquainted here, the likes of the coach Benjamin Gow and Sean Payat leading the line alongside Matt Donald for the coaching staff. So that's the away side for you. They are ready and they're in the dugout prepared. We are having a slight delay here for kickoff today. I'm not sure why, but we won't be getting away at 5 o'clock. I believe there's a presentation, I believe, potentially maybe for one of the sponsors. Of course, you might be able to see them down there on the field if the camera does flick around there at some point. I think the club manager from Ali United is prepared to hand off a jersey to, looks to be maybe a gentleman who's going to be receiving this, potentially a sponsor down there, of course, with board member Adam Peacock, who everyone will know through his work through the various different sports channels and all the great work he's done for football across this country as well. Teams are now out onto the field, courtesy to some beautiful introduction movie from the ground announcer here. Let's get to Manly's starting side. In goals today, Jodie Drever is 14. At the back, you've got the likes of Nicole Stewart at number 5. Phoebe Gilbane is in jersey number 2. Grace Arnold is in 4, and is in 3, and Leah Burton is in 4. And in front of them, that midfield, you have Anita Zorden in 8, and Shian Bazanic in 12. Up further ahead, Tegan Biasi is in number 11. Michaela Schmelzer and Daisy Arrowsmith form a attacking front 3. And up top, once again, it's Emily Minette. We have the bench now. Nicole Simonson drops to the bench for this one. Ruby Jackson is in 6. 13 is Bonnie Adams. 19 is Peyton Starner. And 20 is Ellie Kerr alongside Ava Roberts, who is in jersey 22. We are slowly getting underway. A special presentation, as you can hear, over my microphone, being led by a couple of the Manly board members. We'll get to the game as soon as possible. Let's tell a bit of a tale of the tape between these two. Manly United, as I mentioned, top of the table, 2 wins from 2 to start 2025. An impressive shellacking of the newly formed Western Sydney Wanderers team in this division. 5-1, the scoreline away from home on the opening day of the season. And then they picked up an extremely impressive win last weekend, 1-0 over 3-time premiers MacArthur Rams. A lone goal by Nicole Stewart, gifting them a precious 3 points and setting themselves off to a brilliant start in the new season. As for the newly promoted Mount Druitt Town Rangers, they've been solid to start their season. They sit in 6th position with a win and a draw. They picked up a win over the Bulls Academy on the first day of the season and were held to a goalless draw against the Illawarra Stingrays last weekend. So this one should be a very even contest between two sides that, who have made a great start, will now fancy themselves potentially fighting towards the top end of town come the end of the season. Of course, we've got plenty of weeks before that is officially announced, and there's plenty of games to be played, and there's obviously a few that are happening around the grounds today, which we'll keep you abreast of during this game. But live from God's country here is a good crowd as well, actually, for this one, considering it's a Sunday afternoon and a late on a Sunday too. This This will be an intriguing encounter. Manly probably the favourites, you would think, but they do have it in them to potentially fall ill to these games where they've found themselves the more favoured side. Back at home today, they will fancy themselves a great chance of claiming all 3 points today. But this confident away team, the Rangers, will certainly not go down without a fight as we get underway here with the Rangers kicking off, running from right to left across your streaming screens. They're wearing that striking yellow and green shorts combo as Manly is running the opposite direction. Someone pointed out to me an old-fashioned Paris Saint-Germain kit, and I think they were right. It is very similar. And they have an opening opportunity here with Basai. Plays Minette down the corridor, but well marshalled out the back there by the Rangers defender, Holly Williams. Has to be on her game today because Emily Minette will certainly fancy herself a goal. Didn't score last week. Will certainly want to be on the score sheet this week. So they go long here, the Rangers, but it doesn't really find anyone, and it's intercepted by Burton, who's playing out at left back today. And that's a good ball forward, and there's an opportunity here for the Rangers to pounce if they can get the bounce of the ball. In the end, Arnold manages to just wiggle out of the tackle and keep Manly from having to deal with any sort of real danger. Now they will slowly bring the ball out from the back. There's Arnold again. Gilbane, Phoebe Gilbane, the stalwart at left back for the home side. I don't think there's many a player in this league that runs as hard and as fiercely and as tirelessly as the veteran left back. It's just hoisted forward, but it's cut off there by Bozanic. Minette lays it down to Arrowsmith, picks it up nicely, and here's an opportunity if they can find the pass through. It's found its way into a dangerous area, but again, the Rangers cover well and see the ball out of danger. Throw to Manly. At the moment, they're full of running, the home side. There's Bozanic now. Arnold goes up here to the left wing. Diarcy. Out from the back now, the Rangers. They've got the press to deal with, and they do well to get out of that danger as they just try to play it downfield there to Farajer, but the ball forward by Cos goes out of play. And they win the throw there. The layoff from Zorden, not good enough. back in field there from Sloan. Not a good one. Manette, lovely layoff. And then played forward by Zorden. Ball just wasn't brought down by Stewart. Arnold is caught out there, and now there's an opportunity for Faragher. Has to square it. Oh, and a call is given for offside. Well, that is an interesting call. I'll have to go back and have a look at that one there. Unless it's a call for Ham. No, the official on the far side has the flag up. We'll take a look at this. It's an interesting call here. Ooh, that's a very interesting call there. Obviously, the call has come because the toe forward there by Rangers midfielder Galea into Faragher. That Faragher was potentially in an offside position. I thought she was okay. And it was favourable for Manly because Natalia Kasha had a one-on-one opportunity to score the first goal of the game once Faragher had squared it across. And Manly and Grace Arnold breathe a sigh of relief as that ball is hoisted into the clubhouse by Holly Williams. Be careful here, Zorden, as well under pressure. Here's Burton now. Finds Stewart. Forward there by Zorden is not on target, and Kristonoska fields it comfortably. Nice attempt there by Claire Holder to find the run of the winger, but still a little too heavy. Druitt here, not afraid to throw the ball around. Another ball forward to Faragher, brings it down nicely. Collides into Gilbane. Let's say Gilbane tackle if I've seen one, that's for sure. Again though, the surge forward from Manly is cut out by this Rangers defence. Ball forward, up to Faragher again, who's looked really impressive so far. He's held it up very nicely. Galea puts it forward. Lovely leap there by Schmelzer, who's in at centre half today. Zanic now. Goes wide to Gilbane. Jordan takes it. Zanic places this forward. Manette has got herself into a Very promising position. Wedged in between the keeper and defender like a sandwich. Oh, Lord, that is a horrendous collision. Gilbane again, an absolute warrior. I'll tell you what, Faragere is going to be lucky here not to receive any card. This is a monstrous collision. I'd be shocked if she'll be continuing here. Taking a look now. I tell you what. It's almost a knee to the head. Referee says it was an accident. In all fairness, Gilbane's head was low to the ground. So it made it hard, but she came in very late. Is going to have a word, you would think, maybe with the players. No, just a free kick in the end. Gilbane is coming off to a rousing cheer, and rightly so. She seems okay, which is great to see. It's a nasty collision. Manly now have the free kick. What can they do from this? Well, it's really lackluster delivery from Arrowsmith, but they maintain possession. Here's Zorden. And Gilbane is okay to come back on, which is good. Faragere is putting Zanish under all sorts of pressure. They're asking for a free kick. She had a lot of attention from the midfielder, who is a stoic presence in the middle of the park for Manly. It was a great tussle, but the stronger of the two prevailed. The referee allowing play to continue without any further action. The referee today, I should say, is Hayden Langholz. Or Langholz, I should say. The German pronunciation is, or Germanic pronunciation, I should say. Probably more accurate than the way I said it the first time. The assistants, Alexander Sastav-Nikovic and Siobhan Gregory. Arnold definitely had hands in the back of Faragere there. She's asking a question. The referee says, you won the throw, so let's play on. Look to break, but again, the recovery from the away side is good. Oh, here's a chance now for Faragere, but ball forward is a little heavy. And Treva was Johnny on the spot to make sure she got there ahead of the striker. Smith pinching the ball back here for the home side. No real action to speak of. 13 minutes into this one. Burton goes back to Stewart, who tries to just play it in, but it's too low and it's taken away by the Rangers forward line. This is nice play from them on the counter now as Olivia Sloan tries to keep it in. She does. Just ran out of leg speed there and couldn't keep it in. The ball just seemingly picked up pace. Looked like she was going to get there quite comfortably in the end, but in the end that wasn't the case. Arrowsmith and Burton completely not on the same wavelength there. Burton wanting the run of her striker, which never came. Galea now. Coles just goes long up to Jer, but that's easy work for Arnold. Path forward there. Rangers hoof clear and win the throw. KG thus far, first quarter of an hour. It's not a great clearance from Arnold. Farrager rolling into space, finds Kamis, needs support, but only finds the feet of Burton. Call for handball there from the away team. Manly play themselves into all sorts of trouble. Drever giving Gilbane a complete hospital pass. Farrager made the run, but the throw-in goes out for a goal kick. I have to say, the call for handball on replay, not totally unreasonable. A harsh one, though, to be fair. I can see why Hangholtz decided to give the benefit of the doubt to the Manly player. Interesting approach to Manly's backline here now, with Burton seemingly dropping into a more central role. Rangers growing in confidence in this one, starting to pass the ball around with a little bit more authority. Oh. There's a classic curse of the commentator moment. Ball fizzing out of play from the Kasha pass. Is Burton now dropping into left back when they don't have the ball. So when they, don't have the ball, but when in possession, switching centrally, who's now wide of the play though now. Here, the talented left back is Stewart. Coming more centrally to see some time on the ball. Sorden going all the way back to Schmelzer. Good ball into the path of Manette here, who just found herself getting pinned in the corner. Tried an audacious cross, which is quite a low percentage play, and the ball flopped its way out of play. Ball forward. It's not going to find anyone. It's going to make Schmelzer do some work. It's not a great turn of possession there from Manly. Rangers pinch it, but Arnold is there to cover. Sorden gliding past. That's nice play there from Manly, and now Zordan's got some room to move. Gilbane out to the far touchline. Eventually gives it back to her. It's a lovely lay back in there from Gilbane, and then the Yarsi's just a bit slow on the layoff. They hold the ball well, Manly. A couple of delayed passes probably would have found themselves in on goal. Lovely turn from Manette. Picks it up well. Has a go herself. And flashes it across the face of goal. It was probably a bit further away than it initially looked, but it was a solid effort. Finally, they get the ball into the big striker. Just used that strength to turn and go. She probably had time to set herself a little better, but wanted to pull off the audacious. Eventually get the ball back. Apparently there was no ball kid to go and fetch the ball, but had gone flashing out of play. That's not a great play from Cos, but Galea is sliding in tough to win the ball back. Well, that's a poor layout from Zorden, and now Karmis can bring it away. First couple of touches looked a little heavy, but then she manages to break free. She's trying to do it all herself and loses out. Screamed at her teammates for a bit of support. Oh, Manette just toying with this defensive line at the moment. Manly with the throw. Manette switches it across. Arrowsmith the target. Zorden, nice touch and go. Still trying to find a way forward. Still going here, Zorden. Does really well. Stewart has a crack. Oh, it's not far. Just over the crossbar. Confident from her goal last week. And that wasn't far away. Give the ball away, and now here's Manette. Just dallied on it a little. And then the ball across is no good. This one's just hoisted into space. Arnold's got some work to do. Heads it down. Drever's going to have to deal with it. I believe she's sent that out for a throw. She has. She's nullified a potential corner threat. Galea gets the ball in. There's just no one in the box waiting for it. Nicely dealt with by Burton to see the ball clear. Well, that's a pretty poor back pass. Luckily, Kristanovska was Johnny on the spot to clear that. She's, interestingly though, having to deal with some very scary swoopy birds at the moment. The keeper, they have flown off now. She didn't want to walk through them before. Well, Manly hiring some pest control to potentially put their opponents off today. It's a new special unit that they're rolling out, it seems. Wonder if they'll come back into play later on. The black and white Magpies loitering around Cromer Park at the moment. Here come Manly through Leah Burton. Well dealt with defensively by Holder. Stewart whips it in. Plenty of players waiting for it. Basay was offside. Header not on target. Is Sloan now. Ball forward there from Delea, overcooked. Gilbane now. Runs into a corner. Gets away with the throw. Basay. Now the ball from Gilbane to Manette. Williams was on her bike, sends it out of play. Still a very cagey affair. 25 minutes gone here at Cromer Park, if you're just joining us. No real moment of gilt-edge opportunity to speak of, but this could be it with Basay. But the Rangers' defence just do enough to slow down the shot. Oscar now, strolling into no man's land for a keeper. That's not a great clearance, and Faragere can bring this down and walk away. She's got Galea wide, tries to use her, but the pass is poor, and Arnold is across to cover. Rangers really stuffing that one up. Manette now giving the ball away. Good ball from Faragere, just hits the shoulder of Karmis, who couldn't bring it down. Oh, well intercepted there. Now can they break here? All those too heavy from Kasha to her captain. And now Manly have some open pasture to run into with Gilbane. Looks for Zorden, who lays it back. Gilbane tries to play it through. Doesn't find the mark, but Manly still hold the keys here. Gilbane strides forward. Gilbane chips it towards goal, but with no velocity. And it's easily saved by the keeper. Referee says the ball was won. Here's Sloan. Down the line here to Faragere. Arnold is across to cover the channel. Rangers win the throw here on this occasion. We'll get this goal kick. Gilbane cornered here. Arnold just has to get rid of it. Goes out for a throw. just playing with fire here. Treva gets it away nicely. And then that's equally as nice by Zorden to find Manette, but it's cut out by Cos. Now can the Rangers find an answer? Good ball into Karmas if she can get on the end of it. No, she can't. Druitt full of running last couple of minutes. Sloan trying an audacious pass down the touchline, which is probably never coming off. Game has really just failed to heat up thus far. Neither keeper has been tested. Manette does well to retrieve the ball. Ball from Zorden doesn't get past Sloan. Found Galea well and has turned nicely. Has a go, but doesn't get past Draver. Oh, now Manly have a chance, but it's cut out momentarily. Manette finds Zorden, wants it back to Manette. Took too long. Thomas tries to bring it down. Arrowsmith pinches it back. Now here's Gilbane. Sloan is strong in the tackle. That's not a bad ball forward. Faragier's got pace. But Arnold is composed. Only momentarily though. Here's Faragier, has a go at the near post. And I tell you what, it wasn't far away, because Jodie Drever had got her feet in all sorts of pain there, and I fancy that if it gotten inside that near post, there was a chance that may have crept in. Break kindly here for Stewart. Pasai is definitely offside. Manette's in the middle. Goes to Pasai, who's so offside that I don't think you would have even needed an official to call that one. Over half an hour gone between these two, 0-0. Tight affair, very evenly matched across the park. Both had their moments to boss the game. The final third execution is what's lacking thus far, as Stewart sends that ball out of play. Either side giving an inch. Smeltzer as well to evade the pressure from Faragere. Nice layoff there from Zorden into Bozanic. A touch a little heavy the first time. Rides the challenge. Can't find Stewart. That ball will go out for a Manly throw. Bozanic picks this up. Lines up to have a go. But it's high wide and not very handsome. Now we're going to have to wait a couple of minutes until we retrieve the ball, which has gone over the back fence. We've had to rely on the second ball. In the meantime, here's Galea. This is nice from the Rangers as they string a couple of passes together. And they eventually get a free kick, and we will see the first card of the day to Leah Burton. What can the Rangers do here? Fizzed in. Galea's there. Will it fall kindly to a yellow shirt? There's calls for it. Faragea has a snap at it, but doesn't connect with the ball. Oh, and now there's some real arguments happening here. Karmas, the captain, is not happy at all with what looks to be Michaela Smeltzer has said or done. Will be, for the moment, much ado about nothing. Holder manages to keep the pressure on this Manly defence. Well done by Arnold. Had to get that one right, otherwise Faragere could have turned and had a shot inside the 18-yard box. Gilbane, nice ball. There's the net. Will it fall to a Manly shirt? Bozanic can't get away. Lays it to Zorden, who drills a ball right into the Rangers defence. Gilbane still going. Has players left, right, and centre. They're not used, and then the Rangers do cover. A couple of players went to ground, but the referee said nothing was doing. Manette now to Zorden, but stolen away there by Kasha, who now tries to play Faragere into the corridor, but the pass again, not finding the mark here. Slavin got away with a good average touch there. Kristanovska has to be calm under pressure. Now Koz. Got Sloan wide. That's a good pass. Karmis drilled into the back by Arnold. It's Faragere now. One-on-one here with Leah Burton. Oh, lovely work here from Faragere. And she wins a corner for the away side. Not many minutes remaining now in the first half. The goal here would be very important for either side. Give them some confidence to go into the break with. Here comes this corner now from Galea. It's not badly weighted, it's in a mix-up, and Driva slaps at it and is fortunate enough that it ricochets favourably over the bar. Can Galea get the ball in? There's a word between her and the official on the far touchline near the clubhouse. Not entirely sure why. Galea goes towards the near post again, flicked on! Over the bar again, this time by Gilbane. Potentially a high boot there, but wasn't called. Third corner in a row here for the Rangers. Can they make it count on this occasion? Galea's deliveries have been teasing so far. In towards that goal line again, but this time the punch from Driva is strong. And now Stewart looks to counter. Bazai is in an advanced position, but Sloan is well positioned to cover. Slides and wins the ball well. Gilbane, strong as always, and wins the free kick off Faragere. What can Manly do with the final few minutes remaining here? Not much if the passes are going to be inaccurate like that. Advantage is played. Despite Bozanic going down. Gilbane. Nice ball into Bazai, but Sloan wins it back, but only momentarily. Here's Zorden. Gives the ball away cheaply. Just fortunate the ricochet works in her favour. And Manly somewhat cough up. What's some nice possession there. Long throw. Karmas with the flick. Zarnich with the clearance. Galea shoved to the ground by Gilbane, and then Galea, she went down, brought her down with her, which the home fans were not happy about, unsurprisingly. Good header from Burton, and then well picked up there by Bazai there. Sorry, it was Kasha previously. Farmers does well to win it back. But again, the ball just finding its way to a Manly foot. Manette, good flick on to Gilbane. Brings it down well, still going. Phoebe Gilbane, but Cos is strong in the tackle. Here's Burton. Tries to lay it off, but it's picked off. It's Karmas now. She needs some support. She's got none. And that is half-time from Cromer Park between Manly United and the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, with all the spoils to still be won. 0-0 is the score after the first whistle here in what has been a very cagey affair between two sides that have started the season well, as mentioned. You wouldn't really know it by the way they've played. Lacked execution right across the path. It's a game for the defences at the moment. Both goalkeepers have had very little to do and have got plenty of conversations to be had in the sheds with their respective management as to how they're going to potentially unlock this game, because something needs to happen if a goal is going to be scored. Good news is that
students from kindergarten to year 12, located on expansive grounds in the northern beaches. At Oxford Falls Grammar, students are known and encouraged to aspire, learn and achieve their full potential. With state-of-the-art sports facilities and a wide range of curricular activities, students develop resilience, leadership and teamwork skills while engaging in opportunities beyond the classroom. Visit their website and book a tour today. Oxford Falls Grammar, inspiring students to be confident in life and inspire your Manly United FC.
Well, that's great, but it's coming, Mariah.
Football New South Wales live National Premier League Women's Competition 2025, Match Day 3, live from Cromer Park for Manly United versus the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. If you're just joining us, 0-0 after the first 45 minutes, so plenty to play for with the second stanza coming right up. Both sides are. It was a relatively short stint in the sheds for both sides. Obviously, we're working a little behind schedule because of the slightly delayed start, so I want the players back out on the field as soon as possible so that we all finish on a timely manner. And that being said, it was a rather cagey affair. I imagine the players are ready to get back out there again because it was devoid of much action in that first half. Not to say that the game wasn't physical. The media staff down on the touchline saying that the sound of the tackling out there was very, very bone-rattling like. We believe the cards will get shown in the second half. If that continues, referee has let this game flow very, very well. But how long will that continue for? It's only a matter of time to tell. Manly United, top of the table after 2 wins to start the season. Mount Druitt Town Rangers off to an impressive start themselves with the win and draw. And they will certainly fancy stealing some more points here today on the road. We are about to get underway for the second half. Will it produce the all-important goal to unlock this game? Sorden goes long. So the ball goes out of play for a throw for Manly, who will start this half running right to left across your streaming screens. Of course, you are joining us courtesy of the official YouTube channel for Football New South Wales. Gilbane gets that back after the first initial pass was a little lackluster. Gets it out now to Bisai, trying to find an angle for a cross, but Sloan is well and truly cutting that out. Flicked on and picked up there by Pasanic, and now she strides forward, but that last touch is a little heavy. Now Galea trying to find Karmas, doesn't. And Manly surge forward. Manette bundled over by Williams. No free kick given. Holder doesn't receive the ball as Burton steps in to intercept. Obviously, there is a person on the yellow card, that is Leah Burton. Nice layoff there by Karmas to Faragere. Tries to go around Arnold. The centre-half who's had a very good game today. Not allowing Faragere an acre of space. There was a moment where she did find herself in a bit of a pickle, but she was reprieved by a poor finish from the striker for the Rangers. This is nice here from the Rangers down that left-hand side. Sloan looking for the ball forward. Cut out initially there by Schmelzer. Now it's Galea. There's 2 players in the box, and they can't find it in. It's hit the top of the crossbar, and now Draver will try and keep this out of the grasp of the striker of Faragea. She fumbled it under the pressure of her presence, then went to ground hurt. I'm surprised the referee didn't initially call for the free kick when she fell over in an awkward manner just previously to him blowing the whistle. but then decided to do so afterwards, even though he wasn't going to give the free kick. So there's a lot of bemused faces on the field. And now they're going to give the ball back to Manly, saying that they had possession, and you could hear the screams from the away side saying, well, no, actually we had possession. We should have the ball back. So they want the ball back, and now the coaching staff's getting involved as well. So unless this is a free kick, I do find this odd as to why Manly are getting the ball back here. Well, that is an interesting call. Draper, very unlucky, and I tell you what, the away side really should be 1-0 up. There was both Faragher and Karmas in the middle. They both could have taken a touch and probably scored. They went for the header, which looped and then just landed right on top of the crossbar. It's nice work from Galea. Bounce of the ball. Needs to be marshalled well by Smeltzer, it was. Manly dodge another bullet. A couple of those today. That's a great ball out from Williams to Sloan, who did a great job of initially bringing the ball down, but then went back into traffic. Sorden finding Stewart. Touch is heavy. It wasn't the greatest of passes. It's a lovely ball forward from Smeltzer. Manette trying to get up and flick it on to Burton. Can't do so. That's a good header there from Kasha. Now it's Holder. Tries to play Faragher in. Has just let it roll past her, and Gilbane is back doing her defensive duties. And then Drever just sends it out of play. She looks okay after the knock that she received. Lovely work there from Galea. Oh, referee calls a free kick, pulls her back. Whilst trying to run around the Manly left back, or right back I should say, sorry. Here's Burton now. Into Manette. Does well to get the way from the challenge and find Bozanic, who tries to play Stewart down the channel. But Cos is there to deal with the danger. Sends it out for a throw. Come Manly now with Arrowsmith. Quiet today. It's a short pass, and it's going to be picked up by Karmas. And now the counter is on. Karmas goes from range and yells out in disappointment. And she's still yelling. She's not happy with the decision, and I don't blame her. It was definitely not on. Well, maybe it was on, but it was still a very difficult thing to do. She had options. Zanic plays the ball over the top here. Bazaya's onside, but keeper Kristanovska is well positioned. Hoisted long. Karmas just enough to bring it down, but Kasha gives possession back. Now Pisai is in space. Good little touch. Finds Manette, tries to lay it off to Bozanic, but can't find the pass again. It's been the story of the game here for both sides, is that final pass. Lovely take from Stewart there. Then rides the challenge to keep possession. Got some space to move into. Decides to lay it off to Pasai, who then teams up with Arrowsmith, who can't find Manette. And then Karmas shows them how to bring the ball down. Oh, lovely little fake there from the Rangers fullback. Holder did well to keep the ball in, at the very least. Kasai gifts it away, and here's now Galea. Plays in the run of Karmas. It's picked up by Sloan. Here come the Rangers. Still trying to find a way through, but they don't. Basai is back doing her defensive duties well, and then plays it off the fullback out for a goal kick. It was a great chance there for the home side, to the away side I should say, who don't get away with it. There's a substitute coming up for them. Number 14 is about to be subbed on. Holly Dalrymple. And Holder is coming off. Not happy that she's coming off, Holder. It's been a tough slog out there for the number 10. Put in a good stint, but finding where she needed to be, which is further forward and scoring goals. Nice win there by Kasha, but then rolls on the ball. But great work there to recover it. And Galea brings it away and finds the substitute, Dalrymple, who just heads towards the byline. Still going here. Lovely little run by the substitute. And took a sneaky little touch there off Burton. It was needed because she could have kept it in there, Dalrymple. It would have been a very telling opportunity for the away side. And once again, they crowd Driva all inside the 6-yard box. Comes in from Galea, goes towards the back, but this time there's Karmas. Minette rises high, headed back in, still ping-ponging around. Will it find anybody in a yellow shirt to shoot towards goal? It doesn't. And now Manly look to counter. But the counter is only to heave it away. Krista Noska with some brilliant footwork for a keeper. Galea coming back from an offside position is called for offside. Minette can't find the ball forward. She looks a frustrated figure at the moment. Now Farajay has played into space. Arnold has to be aware of the danger. She is. And now Gilbane strides forward. Game becoming open now. Lovely work from Gilbane. Finds Mazzai. Minette's in the middle. Oh, and it's not a great cross. Still with Manly momentarily. Arrowsmith has a go, but it'll be too high. Not far away, but not troubling Stonovska in goals. The ball just spirals out of play. Manly still have the ball. But Rangers managed to just hold them up, but only momentarily. Here's Zorden now. Now Gilbane. Oh, it's a good tackle there from Farajaya doing her work defensively. Here comes a double change for Manly. Leah Burton is coming off. Ellie Kerr is her replacement. It looks like Bonnie Adams is going to come on at some point as well. The change we're waiting for. It looks like it's Gilbane that's gone off. So the fullbacks have been substituted. Cleared away from danger. Karmas picks this up. He's tripped and we'll get a free kick. The players just sort of standing around here. Williams not really wanting to do anything with the ball. And then they give it away. That was lackluster from the Rangers. Manette gets it through to the new player on, who's got to the byline, plays it across. Surely for Manly, no. They scramble Rangers defensively well. And then given away by Bozanic, and it's just hoisted clear. Faragere rises well, but Manly cover. Nicole Stewart's back there now. Not a great pass, it's gifted away, and now Dalrymple is bringing it forward. Still going, oh, that is not a good tackle. Yellow card for the new player on, Bonnie Adams. It's not a great challenge. I can understand why it's yellow. It wasn't a clear goal-scoring opportunity. And she wasn't the last man either. But the away fans and management are not happy at all with the call. This game has been boiling over for some time. It was very cynical, to say the least. Can the Rangers turn this in to points? The carry-on still continuing from the Rangers bench, regards to the challenge. Can they make it count? Or will the yellow card and cynical foul turn into Manly's favour? Galea standing over it. Has a go for goal. Drever's there, fumbles it a couple of times, and then eventually picks it up. Manly survive. We continue on. Score still 0-0 from Cromer Park. Adams will have to be careful now, though. She's on a yellow. They just subbed the only previously yellow-carded player for her, and now she's just gone and got herself a yellow card. So if it was certainly to avoid suspension issues, that won't have worked out. That ball forward there from Cash is just too heavy. No free kick given there, and now Manly break away. Great opportunity. Great run from Zorden. Feels it towards the box, but it's well cut out by Kristen Oscar. Rangers fans and management have completely lost the plot here. Tell you what, if they score here, Manly, it could well be a riot. Manette tries to get the ball forward. Here's Bozanic. Manly, to their credit, have remained rather calm despite all of the hoo-ha. Dalrymple tries to remind Adams that she is there, and now they bring it forward for Arrowsmith. Here's Zorden. Opportunity. Looks for Manette. Probably should have gone herself. Still with Zorden. Lines it up, but gets underneath it, and it's high wide and not in the direction of the net. Can someone open up the scoring here? Tell you what, now there's a real bite to it. The 3 points are going to even be more celebrated than they were before the whistle was blown to start this game. Karmas sure to keep it. Farajay has got players to aim at and finds Kasha and tries to find Captain Karmas, but well cut out there from Smeltzer, who's had a really good game today. Here's Minette. Not had much fortune, and now she plays it over the top. And Bizai is onside and has room to move into. Here comes the cross. But don't find a player in blue. And this is a great run from Dalrymple. Plenty of speed to burn. Finds Karmas. It touches it and goes. Farajay is ahead of her and she's onside. But Smeltzer's there to cover it and send it out of play. Rangers now with the throw. Can't make it count on that occasion of throw in a good position. Galea tripped. No free kick given. Dalrymple just tries to go around Adams. But this time, she does it cleanly. And there'll be a free kick here. A clear pullback there on Flavin. And now the Rangers have a chance, and they're just building up a head of steam here. They're fired up. Can they make this one count? Ball comes in, misses everybody, and then Adams just brings it away. Tries to find the colleague on the field at the same time as she was. And Ellie Kerr, who just clips the Achilles there of Williams, who went down very sorely. She doesn't look good at all. That didn't look good at all. That looked like an Achilles. That looked like an Achilles snap. I hate to be the negative Nancy, but that looked like a real sudden stop. I hope she's okay. It looks like she's going to be okay. She's going to come back on. Thank God it's not what I thought it was. Referee says, wait, she can't come on yet. Ball comes in. It's nicely weighted this time. Plenty of players waiting for it. Still with Cos. Has a go, but it's chipped over the crossbar. Out there nicely by the Rangers. And now Galea. It's got Arnold for company. Tries to dink it over the top to Farajea. Oh, a backspin on this. That's gone out for a corner, I find. It has. Stewart was put under pressure from Farajea. Can they make this corner count? They've had a few, the Rangers. Once again, they crowd Draver in goals. They don't have as many standing in the 6-yard box this time. Nicely weighted. Rising high was Karmas, but just couldn't get the angle on the header. In the end, it was Minette, I think, there doing her defensive duties and just making sure that there was no easy path towards heading the ball towards goal. Still plenty of time here, though, for either side to snatch all 3 points. Oh, lovely layoff there by Kerr. There was just no one in sight. And that's a great ball forward by Smeltzer. Will Kerr keep this in? She will. She's got speed to burn. Cuts back on the inside well. Wants the run of Bazai, who's just offside. It was close, but I think she just timed it ever so too early. Adams is in to win that, but loses the ball. Ball doesn't find Karmas. That's not a great clearance from Smeltzer. Galea's up well initially, but header only finds Zorden. Now they bring it forward through Kasha. Faragere has Arnold go straight through the back of her, and there is a free kick on this occasion. There was an almighty roar from the entire Rangers bench. Sloane doesn't receive the greatest pass from Galea, but manages to win the throw. Galea just sends it long again, but that'll be too long. And collect that very easily. Time to bring this down and bring it forward here, the Rangers. Just decide to hold it up ever so slowly there. Buchanan doing enough to just maintain possession. Williams striding away under the challenge of Minette. It's just a coming together. Now here's Sloane. Finds Karmas. Oh, wonderful turn from Karmas. Finds Kasha. Tries to get it back to Faragere, but it's just too heavy. There's a substitution for Manly is being readied. Holly Pender is coming on, and it looks like it's Lazanic who's coming off. It is.
Substitution for your man in ILFC. Coming on the field, number 6, Ruby Jackson. And making her way from the field is number 12, Siam Lazanic.
Ball giveaway from Manly. Dalrymple picks it up. Tries to find a way through. Gets it to Karmas. Advantage play. Karmas has a go. It's just wide. Just couldn't find the right shot to play. It's just stuck underneath her ever so slightly. Manly just send it long. Kerr's going to try and get there first, but it's Minette that picks it up and she strides forward. Tries to find Kerr, but the pass is too heavy. And it'll be played away by Cos. Here's Smeltzer. Kerr can't keep it in. Sorry, that's Adams there. Kasha still full of running. Now the ball goes forward. Wonderfully intercepted by Smeltzer. But Galea just manages to get away with getting the ball forward, but it's a wonderful header from Arnold. Both centre-backs have been excellent for Manly. Kasha just can't break clear though. Zorden gets in well. Pender just loses out. Dalrymple tries to play it forward, but she doesn't seem to want much of it. And then Schmelzer, calm as you like, around the winger. Oh no, Manly lose their shape and their composure completely there. Long throw towards Karmas, but Smeltzer is there to deal with it. Caught in a bit of a bind here, Manly. Rangers pressure rising well. Kasha still going strong, but Manly team up and don't win the ball back. Now Zorden goes long to Zai. Lovely switching play from the midfielder. Zai tries to go around the man. She does brilliantly. She's got players in the middle. It's Manette. It's Kerr. But Buchanan is there. Only momentarily. Bendis Kerr. Oh, and she can't turn and finish. The shin pads come out again from the substitute winger. One by Adams. Zorden trying to get away from Kasha. The 2-8s battle it out, but it's the Rangers who win that one. Wonderful block there by Pender. What a header there from Smeltzer. Straight back to Kristen Oscar in goals. Sloan keeps it in. Here's Kasha now. Just under 15 minutes remaining here. Ball forward. Finds Galea, who flicks it on well. Kasha. Karmas brings it down well. That's a nice change between the two of them. Now Farajaya. Back to Galea. Just finding Karmas. Brings it down well. Here's Karmas. Just can't connect with it. And still we wait for our first goal. Balance of the play at the moment, it does look like it's the away side that wants it more. That's not a great clearance, fortunately for Manly. Dalrymple can't bring it under control. Pender, that's nicely played out to Adams. Back to Pender. Finds Manette to Pender. Tries to play Kerr over the top. Buchanan's got work to do. And she does very well. Clearance from Kristonovska, though, is only as far as a Manly player. Picked up by Arrowsmith. in by Cos to clear that away. Here's Dalrymple. Does well to get it to Flavin. And this goes straight through the middle. And Karmas is onside. Arnold comes across to cover. Good run so far from the captain. Karmas going all the way. Got plenty of company. And then gets called for a goal kick. Well, that's great defending by initially Manly to cover in the end. I think it's Meltzer that's come across and helped. Rangers obviously spewing that wasn't given as a corner. There wasn't much reaction from the captain for the away side. So she probably thinks that it could have gone either way. Coaching staff certainly didn't agree. Arnold tries to get it forward, takes a deflection. Annette tries to lay it off. Still going well here, the striker. She's toiled away today. Gets it into the path of Basai, who's got Zorden. Still going here, Basai. Didn't use the midfielder. Williams doesn't like any option other than to just send this out of play. And we make another substitution for Manly here. Peyton Starner is coming on. Looks to be for Basai. Biasi coming off. Nice layoff here. Here's Pender. Goodson's coming on. Stewart. Oh, that's not a good ball. Will this work out for them? Karmas has a chance to bring it forward. Oh, and that's going to be, surely you would think, potentially a red card here for Arnold. It's going to be red. And what has been a wonderful showing from Grace Arnold in this game today is going to end with bitter disappointment. She's mightily unlucky. She's there just a second too late. Karmas did enough to just get it ahead of her. I don't think she was ever going to get the ball that she towed forward. But it was enough for the referee to reach to the back pocket and brandish red. And now Manly have all the work to do with 10 minutes remaining to hold on. And the Rangers have a glorious opportunity to steal 3 points here. Here comes the free kick. Picked up there by Kasha. Can't find a way forward. Manly deal with it and clear. It's kept in. Manly get rid of it. Flavin rushes the ball forward and it goes out for a throw. That'll allow Manly to just run down the clock. Flavin, though, wins it back. Now, Kasha has some work to do. Zorden, who's been there all day, working hard, halts her progression. Flicked on from Dalrymple. It was nicely flicked on, but there's Zorden again. Just getting in the way, winning the ball back for her side. Can Manly, with 10 players, stun with a goal themselves. In the end, it's going to be Williams, the centre half, who's rampaging forward. She's got no one in support. Gets the ball across. Smeltzer had to be very careful Druitt came out to take it, but in the end, Smeltzer took no chances. Now the cross comes in, and she just gets underneath it. Smeltzer has to be clever, though. Galea now puts it in, and Smeltzer away. Kasha brings it down, and then hoists it away again there by Zorden. Brought down by Flavin. Both sides losing a bit of composure here. Now Kerr can try and break for Manly with her pace. Kerr loses the shin pad again, but loses the ball as well. This will stay in the field of play. Dalrymple was not ready for it. She was offside. Seven minutes remaining here. There'll probably be a few minutes of stoppage time to be added to. Kerr tries to link up there with the other Manly substitute, Starner. Galea can't find a way through it. Now Kerr tries to find Manette, who does really well initially, but then just can't find the ball when required. I'm sure Town Rangers, since finding themselves a player up, have felt and looked a little wobbly, and Manette almost finds a ball forward. Thomas was offside. Manly still could steal a goal here. There's going to be a sub for the away side. Robinson's coming on for Galea.
Coming onto the field is number 24, Jessica Robinson. And making her way from the field is number 15, Rosalia Galea.
Good ball there from surely a handball. No, it's not called. Starner gets it out to Kerr. Tries to go around Dalrymple and wins the corner. She goes down onto her haunches. A little uncomfortable after that. Seems to be okay, the Manly winger. Here comes the corner. Can Manly steal it from the set piece? It doesn't even get past the front post. Well, that is bitterly disappointing for the home side, who had a late chance to pinch it. Rangers get it back underway immediately. Pass it around nicely. Sloan into the path of Karmas. Dalrymple is out wide. It's probably a little heavy, and Druitt will pick it up. She had time, the captain, and has had her chances today as well. Just hasn't been able to take them when they've come. Zorden turns well. Looks for options. Gets it to Manette. Does well to initially bring it down, but Buchanan is there. And then Manette slides in to stop them from moving forward. The throw is good, though. Time now well and truly the enemy with just under 5 minutes to go. Manette doing brilliantly defensively. Zorden loses out, but manages to win the goal kick. Turn initially from Kerr, but she can't keep the ball. Does any team have it in them to score the winner here, to be the player, to be the star? Could this be the moment here for the Rangers? Sorden still going to try and stop it. Toss to Karmas! Oh, and she struck it well this time. Struck it true. And wow, it would have been an unbelievable way to win the game. But she just couldn't keep it down. It was a snapshot. Had to be quick. Ball's just sent long by Smeltzer. Minette doesn't win the ball, and then that's a really bad pass from Flavin. Rangers will feel a bit disappointed with themselves after having the advantage. Having that advantage player-wise, they've kind of lost all sort of composure on the ball. But can they score a late one here from the set piece? It's hoisted towards the 18-yard box. It's missed absolutely everyone. And now Manly look to counter. Starner still going. Rides the challenge. Now looks wide to Stewart. Tries to find Minette, but just hoists it forward. And that's not going to do anything for Manly. Now they go long. Up to Farah. Pender's got work to do. She's done it brilliantly by just seeing it out of play. Rangers still going for it here. Can they find the answer? They're the ones pushing for it. Still got the ball here. Here's Farah. But Manly do enough to clear it. Now here's Kerr for Manly. She's trying to find her way around Buchanan. She's lost not one but two shin pads again. Buchanan does really well that time though. And they switch the play quickly here, the Rangers. Sloane striding forward. Needs options. Doesn't have any good ones and just delivers a pass straight into the path of a Manly defender. Well, this is a chance if Farah can keep this in. She does. Tries to go around Pender. Does enough, but the cross doesn't get past the first player. "90 minutes well and truly up. Here's the chance. Karmas late on. It's a heavy touch. Tries to find her way through. It's a corner. This will be the last chance. Can the Rangers find an answer and steal a famous victory here at Cromer Park? One last shot at it. Farah to take the corner. They don't crowd the 6-yard box like they did previously. In it comes. It's hoisted high. Players are there. Headed well away, though, by Manly. And now they look to break with Stewart, who trips on the ball momentarily and then gives the ball away. Still with the Rangers. Can they find an answer? Out it goes. Karmas just onside, one thinks. Could be off. Lays it back to Farah. Trying to find a way through, but Manly smother the winger, and she can't find a way through. And then the ball is cleared. Rangers trying to find a way through. Still with them. Hoisted into space. They'll pick this up. They need to throw everything at Manly now. They're going to steal the points. Here comes Buchanan. Tries to get around Kerr. Loses another shin pad. The worst shin pads you've ever seen, or maybe the worst socks. That'll be a free kick, surely, yes. Manette with a lazy tackle, a lazy effort, and now they'll get another chance at this. They need to send this in and get it in deep. This will surely be the last moment of the game between these two. It's been a real fiery affair. Still 0-0. They play it short. Here comes to Flavin. Still an opportunity with Buchanan. Still with them. Can they find a way through here, Rangers? It's ricocheting all the way around. Last chance for Sloan. Puts it across the face of goal, but it's Schmelzer, who's been immense at the back today, who does the job and will take Manly home with a draw here at Cromer Park. An incredibly tight affair between two very competitive sides. The second half really sparked into life, but neither side could find a way through as the chances, which were few and far between, fell by the wayside. There were a couple of opportunities for Karmas to score, but she couldn't take the chance when it did. The Rangers were given an opportunity late on by the red card for Grace Arnold, but they lost all composure and got a little bit ahead of themselves after that, and Manly just managed to just shut up shop and take the point, which they'll probably be happy with in the end, considering it was a pretty tough day at the office for them. These two sides will come to blows sometime later in the season, and I'm looking forward to that one because there was no love lost between these two. And with the spoil shared, there will be certainly an element of vitriol that both sides will be relishing come when they meet later in the season. For Manly, they travel up to the Hunter next week to face Newcastle, whereas the Rangers host Apia at home on Sunday. Both of those games are at 5 o'clock, so make sure you tune into those. So we hope you enjoyed your football here today, and of course across the other fixtures that were played. We've got plenty more football coming your way this season, particularly in this competition. If it's anything like that, we're in for a really fiery and competitive season. Full time here from Cromer Park. Manly United 0. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 0.